Welcome to my channel. This is Rev Lorana. I'm the Old Sage. I'm a Science of Mind minister, author of 5 different books. Today we're going to be talking about the 3rd chapter of the 4 Simple Truths, the 3rd truth, as I want to sort of call it. It's more than truth, but in the game, the rules of the game is what the chapter is titled. And the first thing that I want to do is I want us to realize that it's a game, but it's not. It's kind of easy to say that we're in a game, but yet, you know, that makes it trite. We're far more than in a game. We are growing. The game is growing as souls, okay? Which is not just fun and games, okay? When you grow as a soul, I'm feel confident there's many different layers of soul growth, and they're not all just in the physical reality, although this is where we are right this minute. We're in the 3rd dimensional reality. I call it the land of duality. Duality is the illusion. I was told that by the booming voice many years ago. Duality is the illusion. And I came to understand that duality is how we play the game of life, okay? We can't have good without bad. We can't have right without wrong. We can't have friction is in all things. Vibration is all things. So we're in this land of trying to balance both sides, good and evil, right and wrong. And we get involved in our story or our game. And we learn through that. We learn through our experiences. Let's see, I wrote in it, this book that I wrote is 4 Simple Truths. It always does backwards on it. Yeah, I don't know how I could make it any other way, but it's 4 Simple Truths. If you're good at reading things backwards, there it is. All right, but it's just a simple little book, and it was channeled. It came down through me in 14 hours, 2:30 in the afternoon to 4:30 in the morning. In the course of writing the book that I'm currently writing. But I wrote, duality is in the denseness of 3rd dimensional reality. The goal of the game of life is to remember that it is a game and not reality. Well, it is reality while you're playing the game of reality, but it's not the only reality. It's what we experience, okay? I call this the 3rd dimension, the land of forgetting, the land of not really remembering who we are, okay, and having to figure it out as we go. 3rd dimension is necessary for our physical mind to understand where we're going as to where we've been. If we understood everything all is now, scientists say, well, time isn't real. Some people are saying, well, we're living in a hologram, and there's all kinds of different ways to understand that we are in a reality that we are participating in, and to some degree creating, to a large degree creating. And that doesn't mean that you purposely set out to make bad things happen in your life. It's more like you chose challenges, and you can get hooked in one time game or the other, where you can manifest more of the challenges or less of the challenges, depending on whether you're done learning about the challenges that you're in. If it's financial challenges, it's really about deserving lack or deserving abundance. If you're in physical challenges, it's about deserving health and joy, or feeling, victimized or victimhood. The list goes on. There's so many of them. That's why we have healthcare professionals. They help us work with shadow and work with ourselves and try to figure out what happened. Don't get lost in the past. Don't get lost in the shadow work. Know that your past was there to bring you to the present moment, because the point of power is in the present moment. Eckhart Tolle. If you've never perused Eckhart Tolle's work, I strongly urge you to do it. He's amazing. He's a very, very gifted spiritual teacher. Okay, so in this game, you have to forget so that then you can remember. To remember that you're an infinite spirit, that your soul self is the ultimate rule of this game. It's the ultimate goal. Okay. And just because you remember you're a soul self up here doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to remember it here. And you're certainly, maybe not certainly, but maybe not going to remember it when, you're up to your ass in alligators. Okay. But the more you know who you are, the less you're up to your ass in alligators, and the less you're even in the swamp. Okay. Age helps with that. As you get older, things become, so what? Sometimes some people age is scary and it frightens them. If you're afraid, you will be. If you don't realize that you're far more than the physical body that you set in, then fear is your natural reality. It's like, oh my God, I could stub my toe, I could get hit by a car, I could this, I could that, yeah, if you attract that energy. In other words, if you choose to, there goes my kitty down there in the corner, if you choose to experience a challenge, and we all set up challenges in our life. Some of them are things that we really, really choose to, and some of them are just like collateral side effects of expecting challenges and things so long that we one right after the other. And the truth is we're still trying to learn that we are creative beings and are choosing these challenges. Okay. And it's a catch-22. It's around and around. It's a interesting game if you would step back and view it as an experience rather than who you are. That's a big thing to say. If you would understand that your life is being experienced by you instead of you are the experience, things get easier almost instantly. Because the minute you realize you are an experiencer, you have taken some of your power. You have embraced the power of your soul self, of who you really are. Because surely you're not just this. There's so much evidence out there now that we're not alone, that that we have spirit guides and we have soul people. If you're in any way, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you've become interested in the afterlife, the other lives, something. There's many avenues to the same spot. Okay, but here you are, experiencing with me this reality at this time. Welcome. I enjoy experiencing with you. It is my desire as an experiencer to become someone that can give you a clearer understanding on who you are and what you're trying to accomplish. And everybody's trying to accomplish something different. It's not, in a different way. We're all trying to accomplish awareness, enlightenment, if you want to call it that, of who we really are. And it's so simple, yet so very complicated. Okay? I'm going to scroll through the book a little bit more. I put it here. I am a pragmatist, but I put, the bottom line is we are residing in a meat suit in the third density of creation. We choose a body to house our spirit. We choose our parents and our circumstances and the circumstance of our birth, much like we would choose what classes to take in college to further us along the path of our chosen degree. Just as we have in college, we have student advisors who are our master teachers and there to help us and guide us before we enter the game, while we're in the game, and when we come out of the game. I was watching Matt Frazier this morning on YouTube, and he was talking about jobs on the other side of spirit. So you have a team of people, and it is their job to try to show you who and what you are, and that there's more to this. And if you're watching this, maybe they have guided you to this channel to show you, to help you understand, hey, hey, here's this lady and she's talking to me about who I am, and I'm a spirit, I'm a soul self. I don't feel like that right now, you might say to yourself. I feel dejected, or I feel lonely, I feel depressed, I feel. Okay. Feeling, I'm going to segue sideways a little bit. Feeling and emotion are the currency of a lifetime and of physicality. One time I had a near-death experience, and in it I was outside of my body, and I won't regale you with all of the particulars, but one of the things that struck me when I came back in was how devoid of the kind of soupy, dramatic emotion, no emotional charge. Just a matter of fact, oh, yeah, well, you could stay or you could go, and yeah, and what would you choose to do? And love, the kind of love is it's unimaginable. You cannot put words to the kind of love that's there, and the only word we've got for it is love. Immersion, belonging, things like that. What we construe as love a lot of times is physical connection, and such as that, and that is off the mark. But we came to experience emotions in the physical. We have flight or fight. Well, we also have community, herd mentality, love, the kind of physical, emotional love that we are connected to each other with. That kind of love may not be out there as you expect it to be. It's here. Enjoy it, cultivate it. Let's go for joy and connection instead of drama. And isn't it awful? Okay. But either way, that emotion is the currency that we create. The other book that I'm writing is called, well, it's Loosh Food for the Old Gods is the download that I got for the title of it and the beginning of it. And the subtitles Don't Feed the Dragons. Okay, well, dragon energy is, some people, that's kind of misleading, so is Loosh. I'm working on this book, but one of the things that our currency does, our currency says, do I get emotional about joy, exciting things? What brings that fire into my heart? What brings that passion? What makes me want to pay more attention? Or is it fear and horror movies and stuff like that? Some people, that's how they cultivate their emotional response of fear. It turns into a physiological thing in your body too. I would say don't put your valuable attention on fear and horror. Put your valuable attention on joy and loving and companionship and coming together, because we are one human family. Okay, in the human body, we're all part. We have a spark of spirit in us, and that's what enlivens this body. That's why we're all one. That spark of spirit is one enormous, gigantic energy. We're all from one energy. That energy is the energy that empowers the soul, that enlivens the body. Okay? So in the Four Simple Truths, the third truth is how to be in this body. And I've brought it down to just some simple things. Actually, I use Dungeons and Dragons for it. And I don't even play Dungeons and Dragons. It came to me. I actually had to call my grandson and go, how's Dungeons and Dragons? Where can I also know a very intuitive friend, one of my girls, we work in the Renaissance Festival together, and they go and play Dungeons and Dragons. And in the premise of Dungeons and Dragons is you have a dragon master, or you are your dragon master. I say we are our dragon master. Okay, if you're familiar with this game, you're the master. You set up these quests, you set up these characters, you give these different characters different attributes, and then you get this all going, and then you dive into the quest apparently. And as you go through this, you're apparently working with other people. I'm not sure whether they're all in the same your quest or somebody. I don't know, but in spirit, I would say we're all in the same quest, one big quest, and then each of us has characters that we play the attributes to and for and with for this entire game of creation. Okay, so if you're familiar with that, that might help you. Another one is college or even high school. Remember, are you going to be regents or non-regents? I'm old. I think that just dated me. Are you going to take math and science? Are you going to take business? Are you going to take home ec? What are you going to do? You have to figure that out early in the game. And when you're in the physical, it's unfortunate in a way. But in a way, you know, when you're young, good Lord takes care of drunks and fools, okay? Well, when you're really young and you haven't had a lot of experience, what you have is a lot stronger sense, a group around you of guides and counselors and people as angels, whatever you want to call them. People, you don't have to believe in angels, you don't have to believe in any of this, but you know that every now and then, every single buddy in their life is now and then, they've come into an environment where if they hadn't had that nudge, bad things would have happened, okay? So I'm going to just think about that for a while. Think about your participation in this game and how you're playing it right now. Look at your life right now and see what's the name of the game you're playing and how you would choose to play it differently if you knew that you had the joystick, the control stick in your hand, okay? So with that, I'm going to sign off for now. 15, 20 minutes is long enough for anybody to listen to a video. So I'm here with you, and this is the Old Sage signing off. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. The inauguration is coming up, and things are changing. You can feel the changes, and no matter whether you're happy or sad about it, but really, honestly, change is change, and it's all going to be good. Thank you. Have a great day. Blessings, blessings. Bye-bye.